person attacked more than Donald Trump is Alex Jones. And I'm proud of that at a certain level, but I don't like that mantle. And so, selfishly, I'm going to ask you, what do you make of what's going on? The attacks everywhere, the move to crack down, the blustering by the globalists, the attempt to implode the markets, which is their real power, the arrogance that they're the ones trying to implode it, but they think they'll get away with it and blame it on Trump. I mean, they are so criminal and so reckless and so foaming at the mouth right now. James Leslie Rawls, let's look at big picture, and then what is it InfoWars is doing that makes them so angry? That's key. Not to say, oh, look, we're the biggest swing, and you know what? It's about what are we doing that has them shaking in their boots. James Leslie Rawls.
Well, Alex, I think that the truth is what really has them scared. And it's people like you who are champions of the truth that are striking absolute fear in their hearts. Because once the truth comes out as to what they really have planned and how they are conspiring against the Trump administration and against the liberty movement in general and against bloggers and journalists and video bloggers in particular, then they're going to lose all credibility and they will lose the information war. That's where they stand. That's what they stand to lose right now. And they're in absolute panic mode.
Let me ask you this question, Al, since you're in the Army. I was a big critic of the Army being for martial law drills with Obama and others before him, like Clinton. And the media would always sell it. I was anti-military. Of course I was, and I was anti an unconstitutional mission. But the Marines are great. The Navy's doing great stuff. Other folks are doing things. But I never see the Air Force. I love the Air Force. I never see the Air Force politically doing anything. The Army, I know it was the first thing founded in America on July 4, 1776, the Commission, George Washington, but the Army's done so many horrible things, obviously, under global control. Maybe that's why they're so awake, but it's the Army everywhere behind the scenes blocking the New World Order right now. I know you've got a lot of connections to that, at least in the past. Did you concur with that, and why is that the case?
Yes, in fact, a lot of the people that were in my year group when I was commissioned are now colonels and even brigadier generals. And what I'm hearing from them is that they are not going along with the program. They've recognized what's going on. They're awake. They're alert, and they are not going to put up with martial law. They're not going to just passively go along and say, "Oh, well, we're just obeying orders." These are intelligent, articulate people who see the big picture, and they are ready to stand in the gap if that happens. If there's orders for martial law and it's not a constitutional order, they're going to be the very first to say, "I'm sorry, I'm not going to obey that order."
I'm not saying this for bluster for David Rock, who I know works for the Democrats openly, and Soros, but it's crazy. It's not. I would say the entire combat arms and the fourth branch of the military, the CIA now, almost everyone's anti-globalist, and the words come down from the CIA, the generals, everybody. They try to kill Trump or move for martial law. Everybody, wipe them out. And I'm not. And the point is, these are all people like Tonto, the hero of 13 hours. I mean, he's on there without me asking to say it. I'm ready. They tried. I'm coming. And they come after you. I'm coming for them. These aren't people playing games. I don't think the globalists realize what they set off here.
Right, and they're up against people who are very well trained. They understand both strategy and tactics. And when push comes to shove, they're going to, I think, stand on the right side of this equation. And the globalists have every reason to be scared because they're not going to stand up to that. Now, the officer corps in the United States military has traditionally been very apolitical, and in fact, the whole military is structured to de-emphasize politics. Now, I'm not saying that there's going to